Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? So apparently, Willian is about to make a surprise move back to Chelsea. It's on the cards. The report says that Willian is keen to quit Arsenal and rejoin Chelsea just 12 months after leaving on a free transfer from Stamford Bridge to the Emirates. And we got to get into this. This is a crazy story. Stay here, smash the like on the button, smash the like button, and you know what, we're going to be talking about all the transfer stories today concerning Arsenal, and of course this huge story concerning Willian back to Chelsea. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the KDG, and I'm back again with another video. And yo, if you guys haven't heard, today, what I've seen was a mad thing. I did not expect me to be sitting here talking about Willian going back to Chelsea, but it looks like there's a surprise move that Willian might go back to Chelsea. Now, hear me out. This sounds crazy. I get it. It sounds crazy, but of course, Willian originally came from Chelsea. Willian was originally a Chelsea player. Willian was originally from Chelsea, and he made the move from Chelsea over to the Emirates, right? Contentious move. Everyone was like, oh, you know what? They don't want him. And a lot of Arsenal fans did not want him. In his time at Arsenal, he spent, 12 months with us? He spent a total of 12 months. He's actually been better than all of Chelsea's attacking options this season, barring, I would say, Kai Havertz and Timo Werner. And you know what? Even they're considered underperforming, right? So this is the story. The story is apparently Willian moved back to Stamford Bridge. He's keen and wants to seal a move back to Stamford Bridge. After 1 year at the Emirates, where he's underperformed, he has had a lot of time to think and reminisce, and he's been linked to a move away from the Emirates. The first link recently, last week, he was linked to a move to the MLS. Now he's been linked to a move back to Stamford Bridge, back to Chelsea. Now, this is very interesting, right? The 32-year-old just joined Arsenal last summer on a free transfer, and has underperformed in 37 appearances. I think he has 1 goal, and he has he has 7 or is it 7 or 6 assists? I think it's 7 assists he has in all comps, right? So when you look at it statistically, he's actually performed better than his performances merit. His performances have been terrible, but his statistics, he stat padded in a couple games. He got a lot of stats in 1-2 games, right? Let's look at what he actually has done this season, right? So in the Premier League alone, he has 25 games played. He's created 32 chances, and he has a total of 1 goal, 5 assists, 3 shots on target total, right? This is Willian, and also he's created a bunch of passes. You know what? Statistically, you want to know how this is in comparison to the Chelsea players that he would be fighting with next season. He actually has better stats than some of these Chelsea players that he would be fighting with in the team. He has better stats than Hakim Ziyech. He has better stats than Pulisic. He doesn't have better stats than, obviously, what's his name? Okay, so here it is. My guy CK was breaking it down on Twitter for them. Honestly, Chelsea fans who've been supporting their clubs for a long time, look at this. Since 2004, Willian has brought a lot to them. He might be even considered a club legend. In the Premier League this season, he has better stats than Pulisic and Ziyech, right? What do you mean it would be a downgrade? It would be an upgrade, actually, on what you guys currently have. Man saying we have standards. I'm not waffling. I'm dead ass serious. This is on the cards. I get it. It's more from the player side of things. When you hear these kind of reports, it's more from the player, not really all down to the club. The clubs obviously decide if the transfer happens, but of course the player wants to move. Arsenal will be down for the move. Chelsea, it would be a budget. It would be a budget move for Chelsea. It would really make it easier for them. And you know what? I think this could happen. This could be on the cards. I don't think it will be 100% on the cards, but it could happen. Let's not just act like this is ridiculous, right? This is the exact report, by the way. This is the exact report, by the way. Let's just get it out for you. So Willian is keen to return to Chelsea. Willian may have played his last game at Arsenal, with the Brazilian understood to be keen to return to Stamford Bridge. Last season, Chelsea worked hard and extensive for the 32-year-old, whose contract was unwilling to offer him a third season, leading him to leave for his North London rivals. The North London side as a free agent, right? Now, however, after just 1 year at the Emirates with 1 goal in 37 appearances, it's understood that Willian would be keen in considering a new challenge, and he has already looked at options in going to the MLS, playing for Inter Miami, and also returning to Stamford Bridge and he would just be one of those choices. Willian currently has a contract until 2023, and it's understood that Arsenal would be willing to part ways with him. So this is what's going on, guys. This is what's going on. This is the report. I'm just letting you guys know what the report's about, what they're saying, this is what they're saying. Literally, they're saying Willian possibly could go back to Stamford Bridge, but at the same time, they're skeptical. They're very skeptical. But of course, I just needed to let you guys know what's going on, what the updates are, right? Now, there's also other updates on Arsenal news, if you guys haven't heard. There's been some movement. There's been a lot of movement today. So another story is that, if you guys haven't seen, let's forget about Basuma first. There's this kid that we've been linked to today. There's this guy we've been linked to today. He's a good player. We need to find out more about him now before we get any further, right? So he's a center back currently playing in Germany for Bayer Leverkusen. If you guys don't know anything about him, he is 22 years. I think he's 22 years old. Am I mistaken? 22-year-old center back, and he has a release clause. And we've been linked heavily to him today. So this is a gentleman right here. If you guys don't already know, it's Edmond Tapsoba. How do you pronounce his name? 1 second. Let me just see how you pronounce his name.
Edmond Tapsoba.
Edmond Tapsoba. That's Edmond Tapsoba. And Edmond Tapsoba has a link to Arsenal today. He's been linked for about, 44 million release clause. And we've now been linked to two center backs back to back. First, it was Jules Koundé. Now Edmond Tapsoba. Arsenal are currently the favorites to sign Edmond Tapsoba, right? Arsenal are the favorites to sign him, and it's reported that that the clubs have contacted him. It is reported that the club have contacted him directly from. I've seen the report on Twitter. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about right now. If you guys haven't heard about this kid, let me show you guys a little bit more about him right now. This is where I originally got the report. It's from Twitter, a gentleman named Gina. 1 second. Here we go. Where is it? Okay, so here we go. So if you guys can see that, Arsenal are in talks for Leverkusen's center back, Edmond Tapsoba, and who is on the top of their list for targets at center back. He looks like an absolute baller. I would love to have him at the Emirates. You know what? I think he would be a good option for us going forward as a center back. You know what I mean? And he'd be young. He'd add to the rankings of our young center backs with Gabriel and Luis and everybody else that we already have. I think overall this would be a good signing. Will it happen? We'll have to wait and see. I'm not 100% sure if it will happen as of right now, but in the long run, this would be a good deal for the club, and I'd love to see it happen. But of course, these are just speculations at the moment. We cannot say any of these moves are actually going to happen 110%, right? No one knows what's going to happen. All we know is the club is currently looking for options at center back, and this could be another one of those options, right? Now, there's been a large list of players today that we've been linked to. We've been linked to Buendia again. So there hasn't been a big update on anything in relation to Buendia, but let me just tell you guys what the report says. 1 second. I'm just going to get it up right now. Okay. So the report about Buendia is that we were still looking at Buendia, and Buendia could be sealed up. Buendia, Arsenal are facing strong competition from Aston Villa for Emmy Buendia. It looks like Arsenal are facing strong competition for Emmy Buendia. It looks like we could be facing a situation where Emmy Buendia could go to another Premier League team in Aston Villa, and we would miss out on Emmy Buendia, a player that we've been targeting for about a year now. We've been looking at Buendia. So if we do miss out on Buendia to an Aston Villa, that would be a big blow in our transfer plans, because of course Arsenal was not looking to be competing with the likes of Aston Villa for players. We are looking to be at the top of the echelon, and we're supposed to be getting players with ease. We shouldn't be struggling to attract players at Arsenal. Let's be real. Now, after Emmy Buendia, there's also another story today. If you guys don't know, there's also another story today with the situation with Houssem Aouar. So the fact that Houssem Aouar's team, Lyon, has now dropped down into the Europa League again. Am I mistaken? Are they in the Europa League again? Yes, they are in the Europa League. They finished 4th in the French league. So with that goal for Nice that Saliba scored, he could have helped us seal Houssem Aouar on a £27 million deal. Now, Houssem Aouar is a player that we've been targeting for a while now. We've been looking at him for a while. We've been seeing, we've been interested in him for about a calendar year now. I would say if Houssem Aouar was to come in, it would be on a budget deal, which was 27 million, and the club would have to drop that as soon as possible. Has the bid been submitted? I don't know. There's reports that there's been bids submitted for Bissouma. There's bids been submitted for Houssem Aouar. Nothing has been concrete yet. No one has come in with concrete evidence that any bids have come in yet. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see what happens. But as of right now, everything's kind of all over the place, right? What else has been going on? Well, we already know about the thing about Camavinga. Apparently, Camavinga, it is now very difficult for anyone to sign. Real Madrid are most likely not going to be able to sign Camavinga now that Luka Modric has signed his new deal. So it looks like Arsenal will probably be favored to get Camavinga if he was interested in joining the Gunners, right? So we've had a boost in our chase for Camavinga now that Real Madrid have cooled their interest in Camavinga from signing a new deal. It's quite interesting. I've honestly thought about this for a while now. Expected fee for Bissouma is now in the region of 30 to Wow. This is just dropping as we're talking right now. So this is the expected fee for Bissouma is in the range of 30 to 35 million. Sounds about right to me. If that does happen, that would be interesting also. That would be very interesting. But yeah, guys, this was a quick little transfer story video. Just wanted to get it out there for you guys. Honestly, big up to everybody watching. Hope you guys enjoy the content. And you know what? I want to ask you guys, do you think Willian will be leaving Arsenal this summer? And if he does leave, is there any way he'll be going to Chelsea? I don't know. It's just contentious one. I don't think that would happen. I don't think that happened. But yeah, quick recap of the players that we've been linked to today. So these are some of the players that we've been linked to today. We've been linked to Chase Under. We've been linked to Neto, the goalkeeper, Edmond Tapsoba, Koundé, Emmy Buendia, Houssem Aouar, and Camavinga. How many of these do you think would actually come to Arsenal? I would say Chase Unger, no. Neto, I don't want him. Tapsoba, I would want him, and I think that's realistic. Koundé, I don't think that's realistic. Emmy Buendia, that's realistic. Houssem Aouar, that's realistic. Camavinga is still a little bit away. It's going to be a little bit out of our reach. And yes, the Basuma links have been every single day. So I just thought about not even adding him in the list today because he's always on the list. But yeah, anyways, guys, you already know what it is. The Kitty G. I'm out of here. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of your day. And you know what? I'll be back at 9 with, what is it? Season. We're going to be talking about the whole entire season. We're going to be talking about everything around the season, everything going on, everything. And you know what? There's some people actually want to join in. What am I saying? Where am I going right now? Let's see if some of these guys want to jump on and they want to join into the fun, because there's been so much transfer stories today, guys. It's been absolute madness. Let's be real. The Basuma story keeps growing every single day. You have the stories with everything around David Luiz gone now. Willian's gone. You have Willock stories where people are saying, you know what, should we keep him? Should we sell him? What else is there? Saliba is staying, in my opinion. Saliba's staying. Saliba's not going nowhere. El Neni, he's probably gonna stay. Shaka's probably gonna stay. It's just mad. Like, there's so many stories that everyone's just it seems to be ignoring, right? I honestly don't even know if half of these stories are gonna come true. Some of the times, you just hear stories while I'm live, and it just takes me completely like by surprise sometimes. Half the stuff that I hear on these videos, sometimes I'm surprised myself. I'll start a video and I'll be talking about Willian, and it'll end up talking about Basuma halfway through. It's just mad how these things work sometimes. It's actually crazy. But yeah, let's continue. Where are we at? So yeah, so everyone knows what my thoughts on Willian are. I never rated the guy. I thought he coming in, he was going to be good. I thought when he came in, I thought he was going to be decent, but then I didn't think, you know what, we should get him in the first place. I tried to explain why it was why it made sense, but in the back of my mind, I always knew getting a 30-year-old winger in a team that we need to progress, and our window is going to be probably 2 to 3 years down the line, makes no sense. But yeah, I guess I was an idiot for even thinking it would work. Yeah. What's your plans for the Euros? My plans for the Euros, probably do some watch alongs on some of the games. I'll probably do all the France games because I like the French national team. I'll probably chill on the England games because everyone's going to be doing England, and I'm not really that big on. I'm not an England fan. I'm a France fan, so I'll probably do the France games. And transfer stories, honestly, I'm probably just going to do big stories, big transfer stories. I might not do every single day. I might not do a transfer story every single day. But yeah, I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. You already know what it is. Kitty G, I'm out of here. Peace.